can nap at the same time.
They nap
Oh,
at 1, right?
I was just gonna
They
be like, oh, it could be a nap chat, but yeah, no.
I
I
like that
know.
Snapchat. That's so cute. We should totally put that in the podcast.
Welcome to Coffee and Bottles with Mithusha and Adriana.
Our job's so hard.
I know. And yet they feel like their jobs are hard. Come on, like someone needs
I
to feed
know.
me and change me all the time. Like,
Seriously. And they're so demanding.
oh, so demanding. Oh my gosh.
Give me one sec.
Yeah, no worries.
Oi. Yeah, sorry. He's
No worries.
I feel like he gets overstimulated
Oh.
quite easily. So
Mm-hmm.
today was a busy day. It was a long car ride, being at
Mm-hmm.
the beach, coming back. And once we have like a little bit of a blip in the schedule,
Mm-hmm.
things get a little topsy-turvy,
Right.
right? Like
Mm-hmm.
bedtimes change, naps change,
Mm-hmm.
whether he's hungry or not changes, how much he eats changes. So
Yeah.
I know it's not, something different. Like a lot of people go through it. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it gets a little taxing sometimes.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. That's nothing new. Like a lot of
Yeah.
kids, for whatever reason, they actually really, really thrive on like routines. So if you
Mm-hmm.
have a set routine, or even if you like let them know ahead of time, like we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. But on the other hand, my hubby likes to play devil's advocate sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He believes in like resilience for
Yes.
children, right? So it's like, okay, you can't always have the exact same thing at the same time. Like, yes, of course,
Yeah.
it's good. Like, even us as adults, we thrive on routine as well, right? Like, that's
Yes.
what
Yeah.
everyone's like, I don't know, knitting one of the memes on Facebook, knitting a sweater for a raccoon in their backyard, right? Like without the routine, we get a little bit nutty. So
Yes.
we don't like I can't really blame them, but he makes a good point because he says like resiliency is really good for kids because it helps them adapt and be a little bit more
Yeah.
flexible and not always so rigid.
So rigid.
Yeah.
I agree with him, and I agree with your point as well, right? Like I think um someone I spoke to said that having a routine is actually really good for your mental health.
Mhm.
Um, and just being able to know what's going to come next, and there's not that anxiety
Exactly. Yeah.
from that, right? But then I get what he says because you want to teach them resiliency, you want to teach them grit and to be able to adapt because life is not always going to go the way you want it to,
Oh yeah.
and we have to adjust accordingly. So
Yeah.
it's finding that fine balance. It's like, what do we
Exactly.
do?
Yeah. Exactly.
That reminds me of potty training our oldest.
We actually went on vacation and it was like so hot and we were like,
Yeah.
right by the water. So she was in her swimsuit the whole time. So every time, because we were like, no, you can't, pee in the beach or you can't pee in the pool. So every time she had to go, it was like, I have to go. And then we would
Oh,
run. And it actually worked wonders, which is
that's
amazing.
so
We tried
smart.
everything that we could.
Okay, I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah.
That is very smart.
Yeah, that's why my dad always jokes like, when it's time for your second, we better book a vacation. I'm like, yeah.
And is Anna ready to be potty trained or?
She she is definitely showing signs that she
Hmm.
is like kind of interested. Like she really wants to be like Elsa, right?
Yeah.
So everything is very like me too.
No.
So yeah, I think slowly but surely she'll get there. And it does help that I've been home, like we've all been home for a while. So like it's easier for me to like drop everything and run to the washroom with her. But
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna push it because I think that was Actually, I think that was the mistake I made with the first one.
Oh.
Yeah, we kind of pushed it. Like she was ready, she wanted to go, and then we pushed it. But then I think we like, I don't know if there's such a thing, but we overly pushed it. Like,
Oh
yeah.
no. Okay, so I kind of get it. Like you're like, okay, you need to make sure you tell us that you need to
Yes.
go on the potty. Like,
Yeah.
really,
Yes. Like,
really look into it.
yes.
Yeah.
And you know us. Like, we can be so, so annoying. So I
No.
think, yeah. And you know her. So I think we annoyed her a lot to the point where she was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's like, take that, mom and dad.
Oh,
So yeah,
Elsa.
yeah, that girl.
Yeah, no, she is definitely headstrong.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
I I would say Anna's headstrong too, but like
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Anna
But
has her like a very, very unique personality that you're just like,
yeah,
oh, like she's sassy. She's a sassy.
if she is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like the other day, instead
hmm
of saying like, "Oh, do you know where my sunglasses went?" or something along those lines, it's like, "Where are my sunglasses?" Like, come on, give me my sunglasses. I need them. The sun is in my eyes, so it's just like, whoa, I gotta calm
So
down.
demanding. Oh my.
Yeah.
She's so cute. You know, little girls in sass are the cutest things. One of the cutest things in the world.
Yeah,
Oh.
can be, but it has its moments.
So like
Oh,
tomorrow during nap time,
hmm.
like we can like talk again, or like
Sure.
we can talk about like what we want to do.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
but I do appreciate like the nighttime for today because I know you guys wake up earlier
Oh
than
no,
we do.
I don't. The one area we're really blessed in is they are just like us and they like to sleep in a bit. So they'll wake up at like 8. Like
Oh, that's not bad.
I know some kids they wake up at 6, 6:30, 7.
No
And I'm
way.
like, oh my God, we're so lucky. Like, yeah.
Actually sleeps until 9.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
and sometimes 10.
Ooh. I'm like drooling. Can you hear my drool?
I have no idea
Yeah,
how he does it, and he goes to bed like today was a little weird, but like
right.
normally he goes to bed around like 9:30, right? So
Oh, okay. That's
and
good.
he does 2 during
And
the day.
yeah, that's
Yeah, he was doing 3, but now he's at 2, so 12 hours a day.
okay.
I
Okay.
mean 14 hours of sleep.
He did 3-hour naps?
He
Sorry.
did
Just yell.
2 hours, 2 hours plus 1, and then if he's growing he does like 3 or 4 hours, which is weird. Like I'm
Wow.
always like, I come into the room, I'm like, are you still alive? Like what's going on here?
Holy cow, I'm so jealous.
Knock
We've
on
had
wood, because God knows this
never
kid.
Aw.
Yeah, no, I've been truly blessed. After like I think 4 or 5 months, he was okay with sleeping. Like during
Yeah.
the night, he would still wake up,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he slept. He has no.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's 11 o'clock and he woke up, so
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. But it's a one-off thing, right?
Well, yeah, I think there was a lot going on this week,
Hmm.
right? That must have done it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, poor little
oh, and
guy.
yesterday his cousins came over too.
Hmm.
My niece and nephew came over, so he was like playing up a storm. He was so happy yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a cutie.
I
He's
know.
such a darling.
I can't wait till like things get a little bit calmer, and then we can get like all the kids together.
Yes, play dates. Oh my
I
God. I
know.
live for play dates.
Yeah. Please.
I know.
Right?
No.
Because I'm like, learn from them. Learn.
Exactly. Don't be socially awkward like me.
Seriously, please. Please.
It's so true.
But you know what? I'd rather be weird than like like air quotes normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Totally.
I'd rather be weird.
Well, there's like apparently, I mean, I say apparently, there's ways of like kind of toning down the weirdness to kind of like fit with society. Have I talked to you about the book that I read a long, long time ago called The
No.
Quiet, The Power of Introverts?
You told me about that book,
Yes. So
but not that specific part though.
okay, so basically, the idea is that introverts are actually trying their very best to fit in with society because the majority of society are extroverts or like
And
some kind of mix of introvert
yeah,
extrovert. So,
ambiverts. I consider myself an
yeah,
ambivert,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah. So,
Um, that's interesting
mm-hmm,
because
mm-hmm,
I feel like our world
mm-hmm,
is
yeah,
is fit for the extrovert.
mm-hmm,
Like it's
exactly.
built around the extrovert.
Oh, yes. And that's exactly it. They were even saying, like, if you have a choice between a really, like, talkative person and one that listens really well but makes really good decisions, people always go for the talkative one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though they may not be
Making
the
the
best
best
fit.
decisions. Yes. And I'm
Yes.
not going to refer to anyone in power right now because then we will be canceled.
And we would probably get a visit to our doors.
Google.
Stop, Google. Stop listening. I wouldn't be surprised if we open up like Facebook or something and then we get articles about that person.
Oh, I know, right?
So creepy.
Yeah.
So creepy. Oh, what time do you normally go to sleep?
Oh my gosh. Like honestly, lately, like ever since quarantine and whatever, I've been
Yeah.
having a lot of trouble sleeping.
Really?
Uh, at one point it was like 1:30 or something ridiculous like that where I'm just like, like I have no business being up this late, but it's happening. Like I cannot. So, yeah. But normally
I
it's been closer to maybe 12.
so we're the same.
Really?
Yeah, so it's really interesting that you say that because we normally go to bed late, like
Mm-hmm.
11 would be our
Right.
bedtime or like
Yeah, yeah.
almost close to midnight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But with quarantine, yeah, 1:30. I remember we were up until 3. God knows why. A really great sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll knock out right away, right? Like his body's just trained to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I, on the other hand, have to be like tossing, turning, thinking, like the whole bit. And then
Mm-hmm.
we still went to bed at 3 one day. And then for me, that becomes like my new clock. So
Mm-hmm.
like the next day,
Oh,
I would have trouble sleeping because I slept later
right,
the
right.
night before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my body's like, no, it's not time to sleep right now.
Right. Oh, that makes
So
sense.
I end up like watching a little bit of TV or like I'm on my phone. I know that's not great sleep hygiene, but
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I end up doing.
I know. My husband told me about, have you probably have it, like it's like a, what's it Twilight app or something. Like it's to block the blue light. Is it blue light? No.
Oh, that's so smart.
It's the light that keeps you awake.
Yes. So the blue light filter, because I have that on my Samsung.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So I tried using that and still like I always have it on basically
Yeah.
because like if the girls get a hold of my phone, I don't want them to be like overly
No,
stimulated. So I always have
that's
it
so
off.
smart.
And like it's just yeah, it's not working anymore. I think I'm
No
desensitized to
way.
it or something. I don't know. I think a lot of
Well,
it has to do with like maybe just like what you were saying, kind of just like tossing and turning, thinking about stuff and yeah.
it's yeah, and I think the the time we are in,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
um it's a little nerve-wracking, right? Like I feel a little anxious about everything too. So
Hmm.
that could play a big part of why I'm not I'm not sleeping that well. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm wired all the time, and I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm expending that much energy either. Like of
Hmm.
course I'm tired, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah. I know,
I don't
well,
know.
what you were saying about your husband, like just knocking out. I used to be that way. Like I was definitely that way when I was
No
a kid.
way.
Oh yeah. You can talk to any, like my parents will tell you, as soon as I got into a car or something, I was out. Like as soon as
That's
they're like, okay, good
amazing.
night, I was out. Like I was just, but
Wow.
yeah. But whatever reason, it's like now I take a long time to sleep. It's so
Yeah. It takes me like a good hour,
yeah,
like for sure.
yeah. I know. I started I actually I so we were part of the library in our town.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I have all the library apps, like all the
Yeah.
and I started downloading like or whatever, borrowing a bunch of books. So I've been going through like book after book after book.
No
Yeah,
way.
sometimes at night I'm like, I don't want to watch anything, so I should probably read. So I try to
That
read
that's amazing. That's like something that I always wanted to do. And I
yeah.
feel like the older I get, the more the less I read. I don't read as much. And plus I'm not at work because I'm on mat leave.
Hmm.
So I'm
Hmm.
not even reading like for work. You know,
Hmm.
when you start looking up like things to do and like, you're working on a project, something comes up, you start reading like
Yeah,
on it, but like no, I'm not even doing that.
yeah. I know. I know at one point husband was like, "Oh, I read news articles." I'm like, "Okay, that's
Yeah.
different, but like this is like, leisurely reading, like
Yes.
wanting to like sit down with the book and like, really dive in." It's like, yeah, I dive into stock prices all the time. Like, it's not the same.
It's not the same. It is definitely not the same.
Mm. You should look into the library apps in that town because I'm pretty.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, yeah. So I did. I joined the library, I think
Mm.
last summer. I was
Mhm.
pregnant
Mhm.
and I was going to, and then I think I joined the summer program because there was
Mm.
like a contest of how much you could read
Oh,
or like a book
cool.
club or something. I can't remember what it was. And I remember getting into half a book and then that was pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
tough too because like yeah, just tiring, right? The whole
Mhm.
day is just tiring.
Yes. And then having the light on and
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
reading, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
But okay, so that will be I myself a goal and see if I can read at least a half an hour,
Mm.
or even 15 minutes this week.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
cool. I like that.
right?
That actually, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a gym buddy, but for like
For reading,
reading. Yeah.
it's
Because
it's
I'm
a
gonna do it too. I'm gonna try 15 minutes a day.
that's awesome.
Yay! See, you inspired me.
You inspired me because you were talking about reading. But it's great because like it's like a gym buddy, but it's like mental gym, right? Like it's good for your
Ex-
brain.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. In one episode, remind me to tell you about my experience joining the gym with the girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you telling me a little bit, but yes, let's chat about that.
Yeah. Another day.
Another day. Thank you for listening to Coffee and Bottles. Keep sipping on.